Over the last century, the development of refrigerant gases has made it possible to ensure the safety of the cold chain for medical supplies and foodstuffs. They have contributed to improving the comfort of modes of transport and buildings and contributed to the takeoff of renewable energy sources. Over this period, emissions of refrigerants were not controlled during maintenance operations or the dismantling of facilities. 1987. The Montreal Protocol imposes a gradual reduction in CFC gases. In 1989, refrigerant distributors who were concerned about preserving the environment designed the first system for recovering used refrigerants. From then on, they provided installation engineers with specific packaging for recovering used refrigerants. They could then start collecting them. This innovative principle, designed and implemented by the distributors, would play a part in protecting the ozone layer and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The control of refrigerant life cycles began here. Established distributors led to the perfecting of innovative processing of used refrigerants to return them to their original specifications, which meant they could be reused. Under the leadership of historical distributors, innovative treatment technologies have been developed for used refrigerants to regain their original specifications, giving them a second life. In 1993, with no regulations in place, the distributors producing refrigerant fluids and players in air conditioning and cooling, who were aware of the environmental efficiency of this system, took action to sign an agreement between all the participants in the sector. This agreement validated the recovery process and the implementation of a financing mechanism based on paying a fixed rate per kilo of refrigerant. This system made it possible to finance the processing of used fluids and thereby reduce atmospheric emissions of refrigerants. The first systems of environmental contribution were created. According to studies by the Climate Economics Chair of Paris, this 1993 agreement, based on a voluntary system, has avoided the emission of 45 million tons of CO2 equivalent over a period of 20 years. 2015. Following on from this unique experience, and in order to build on this indisputable success, the members of ADCR3R are at work once again. They are adapting a new voluntary agreement with the participants in the air conditioning and refrigeration sector. According to the Armin study in February 2016, this new voluntary step should avoid the emission of 68 million tons of CO2 equivalent by 2030, which represents less than 2 years of emissions from the light vehicle pool in France. This innovative procedure that has been put to the test over 20 years is adaptable as part of the new F-Gas 2 regulations and can be reproduced in any country.